Hi, I just want to do this recording for you regarding rational expressions. So I'm going to share my screen and then I'll be able to complete some of these problems for you. Okay, so I'm not going to do the exact homework problems, but here are some examples that you could kind of refer to regarding rational expressions here. So let's go with this here. Notice here that there is no plus or minus sign separating. There's a negative, but there's no plus or minus sign separating any of these terms. So you could just simply start canceling the uh, the terms or the expressions. So 18 over 27, 9 goes into both. And since 9 goes into both, 9 goes into 18 two times, 9 goes into 27 three times, right? And then x6 over x4, right? X to the sixth power over x to the fourth power. Remember, when you divide exponents, you're going to subtract the exponent itself. So that's why you just have 2 on top, okay? So for number 2, for example, we have 3x squared over 12x, right? We're going to separate this over. So 3 over 12 and then x squared over x. 3 over 12, if you simplify that, that's 1 over 4, right? And then x squared over x, there's 2 x's here, there's 1 here. So you're going to cancel 1, this 1 here. And so you have 1 left over on top. So the final answer is 1 times x, which is x over 4. Okay. Similar to this one, number 4, let's go with this. So you go 36 over 24, right? 12 goes into both, right? So that's 3 over 2, right? K cubed over k to the fourth power. Well, there's one more k on the bottom than there is on the top, so you just subtract them so that you're going to have a k on the bottom, right? And then you have m and m, so you cancel those out right here, and you have an n5 on the bottom. So when you put it all together, the 3 from here is on top, the 2, the k, and then the n to the fifth power. Okay, so that the multiplying and dividing portion shouldn't be too bad. All right, but when it comes to addition and subtraction, whenever you see binomials, trinomials, this is where it gets a little confusing, and this is where you really need to know your factoring. Okay, so you have to understand how to factor. So the 2 methods that you're going to really use when simplifying these rational expressions is the greatest common factor method and either the X method or the box method, or whichever method that you learned with trinomials. Okay, so let's do number 2, for example. Number 2 is x plus 9x plus 20 over 2x plus 8. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use the X method here, okay? And the X method is, so it's x squared plus 9x plus 20. Please remember, review your factoring. That is huge here, okay? And remember, you have to take out the a, b, and c, okay? So the a is equal to 1, the b is equal to 9, and the c is equal to 20. Okay, and what you're going to do is you're going to multiply the top and the bottom by, so the a and the c, which is the top number here. A times c is 20. And then you're going to put the b, which is the 9 on the bottom. Okay, you're going to find 2 numbers that do 2 things. They have to do both things. They have to multiply into 20, and they have to add up to 9. Okay, so I'm going to choose 5 and 4, right? Because 5 times 4 is 20. 5 plus 4 is 9. Okay, all right. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a 1 above both of these problems. Now, why am I going to do that? Because that's what the a is. The a is 1. And what you're going to do is you're going to simplify as much as you can. Okay, so when it comes down to it, it becomes x plus 5 and x plus 4. Now, how does this 1 come into play? Remember, the 1 is a number in front of the variable. Okay, all right, so after you simplify, in this case, you already simplified, but in case you have to simplify, the number on top goes in front of the x, the number on the bottom is the number away from the x. Okay, So this turns out to be x plus 4 over x plus 5. Then we're going to factor the 2x plus 8. And the 2x plus 8, what we're going to do is we're going to take out the 2 here. That's the greatest common factor method. So you take out the 2, it becomes x plus 4. Okay, and that's what we have down here. All right. Once we do that, we could cancel these 2 out, and what's left is the x plus 5 over 2. Okay, so you really have to know how to factor, and if you know, once you know how to factor, this will make everything a little bit easier for you. Okay, let's do a number 6 on this worksheet. Number 6 is x squared minus 5x plus 6 over x squared plus 2x minus 15. So notice that you have 2 trinomials here. So when you have a trinomial, you're probably going to have to use the x method. And remember that for the top one, a is equal to 1, b is equal to -5, c is equal to 6. So what you do is you multiply the a times c, which is 6. 1 times 6 is 6. And then you plug in the -5 for the b. You're gonna find 2 numbers that multiply into the 6 and add up to the -5. So it could be -3 and -2. Negative times a negative is positive. 3 times 2 is 6. -3 plus -2 is -5. Okay, you put the 1 above. You don't since the a is 1. Okay, you simplify. You don't really have to simplify because the a is 1. It's already simplified for you. So it ends up becoming x minus 3, right? 1x minus 3 and x minus 2 here. Okay. Once you factor the bottom part, okay, which is done for you here, you're going to cancel out the x minus 3's here, and this ends up being your answer. Okay. So the factoring, if you understand your factoring, the greatest common factor method and the trinomial method, any trinomial method is fine. You should be able to answer all these questions. Okay. Thank you.